What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you all are having a great week out there hunting, finding some good stuff, which we actually did score some really good stuff, but we're not going to go over that just yet because it is that time yet again. We have another mail call. Now, this is a trade between myself and Tanner, and I can't wait to open this up because I've been wanting this for the collection for the longest time. Tanner, man, thank you so much for throwing this trade. But let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. All right, guys, here we go. Oh, dude, my dude always throws in a Myers exclusive, and check that out. Dude, that is awesome. First time in the collection. I've never even seen one of these, but it's been out since like 2014, 2015, somewhere around there. But this is the Ryura LX. And of course, the designer was Ryu Asada. So this is just another awesome casting. I love how Myers does come out with the satin gold. It's a really unique finish. And of course the card. The card is just very unique. It definitely has to go in one of like a protector. But check it out. You got the number 23 for, of course, this year's release. You have some black arrow discs with the chrome trim. Now, they actually don't look too bad on this. I think the car should probably sit a little bit lower just because of the wheel gap. But other than that, the car is pretty aggressive. It's a pretty aggressive car. 4-door sedan, gold interior. If you read up on it, it's actually powered by a 6-liter V12 motor. That is just a beast of a car. So thank you so much for throwing that one in there, man. But this right here is the cherry on top, and I am just excited to finally get this in the collection. This is 2022's release of the Zamac. Here we go. You have the 1970 Mustang Boss 302 out of the Zamac release. Definitely an awesome one to finally get in the collection. Check that out. And I love how they still kept the internal roll cage on this one. You got the blue spoiler, blue base. Yeah, that is just a sweet one, man. God, that is nice. That is definitely a good one. And like I said, guys, I've been wanting this one for the longest time. It's definitely going to go in this section right here because this is more of the RLCs or mail-ins or collector edition ones. So this is another one I can finally check off the list, man. God, that thing is sweet. So I'm sure a lot of you are wondering what I'm trading for it and all that good stuff. Well, I am the Mustang hunter, so I do want to get Mustangs in the collection, and sometimes I will trade off a Super for one. And of course, my man was looking for a specific Super, and it is going to be this one right here, the 1964 Nova Gasser. Yes, I know, a Super for the Zamac, but in my opinion, I would rather have the Mustang for the collection versus a Super that is a non-Mustang, even though this is a freaking awesome Nova, man. I love the Hot Wheels race team livery. It's one of my favorites that Hot Wheels has ever produced. It's very iconic, and of course, when it comes to the throwback race team 5-packs, like, these are just too cool to even open up. So those will stay carded. All of my other carded race team ones I did open. They are in jammers. So I think they're better off in there because they're well protected. And the blisters and all that stuff don't have to worry about card condition. But this one was definitely a heavy hitter for the collection. But it is going to someone who I know will definitely take care of this one. And he really wants it. So I think it is a win-win situation. He wants the Super. I really wanted the Zamac, so that is what we traded. So Tanner, I will be getting this out as soon as I can. I will throw in a couple extras and of course the channel stickers for you. But huge thanks, man. I am just super excited to add this, and I might just put it right up here. Might even move the Parnelli Jones that I have because it is just hanging up there. And I'll put this in the middle, I think it needs to be front and center because it's just an iconic car right there, 1970 Mach 1. Then we'll have this set aside. I'm probably just going to put that right here for now. Welcome to the collection. That is awesome. But to the ones that we picked up recently, finally scored some Q case cars. Not all the ones I wanted to pick up. I do want to race a couple of these. A couple of them are going to be customs, but the first one is another majorette, and check out this release, guys. The Porsche 911 GT3 RS in lime green does come with the gold 6 spokes, which I'm not a fan that they don't cut out in between each spoke, but it is what it is. If you really want to, you can wheel swap it or even drill out those slots. I do have the regular version. This is the deluxe. The deluxe comes with real riders, And I don't know if it comes with any other qualities, but this was the one that came in the multi-pack box set. And I do love these wheels a lot better. I wish these were the real riders. But if you look at them both, you can see the differences in just the wheels. In just the wheels alone. The colors are the same, interiors, everything, everything about them. All right, hey, let's try not to do that again. But yeah, like I said, guys, the only difference between the Deluxe and this one is just the real riders. And I think the actual plastic wheels look a lot better than the Deluxe version. Either way, another beautiful Porsche to add to the collection, wheel variation, and of course, just two different lineups, premium and non-premium. So another great one right there. And then on to Q-Case. Check this out. This is a short card of the 1970 Plymouth Barracuda. Now, I gotta say, those wheels, the new 10-spoke exotics, do not look good in chrome. I think they just look ridiculous. And they looked really good on the Calero GT, but this one, I don't know. I think that just kind of ruins the car. They could have chosen a better wheel than that. Even some aero discs would look better than these, but that's just my opinion. But the blue metallic on here looks gorgeous. You got the ghosted Mopar right there with some stripe work, and of course the signature CUDA shaker on this convertible. Still, beautiful casting. Not usually one to pick up the CUDAs, but I did want to grab this to show you guys how the 10 spokes in chrome, the new exotic 10 spokes look, and of course wheel swap it and do this car some justice. So next up, guys, is this beautiful McLaren Solus GT, or Solus, I don't know how to pronounce it. New for 2023, beautiful casting in white. You have this really nice bluish gray stripe running down the center. It's outfitted with some chrome 10 spokes all the way around. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see this as a premium release at some point, but Hot Wheels Exotics did a really good job with this release. It's an ultra rare single seater, shatters the boundary between fantasy and reality with a 5.2 liter V10 that revs beyond 10,000 RPMs. It doesn't drive, it soars. That is just insane. So really cool casting right there for the McLaren collection. Then we also picked up the Mad Mike Drift Attack. Look at that beauty. That thing is super cool, man. Of course, they threw the aero discs on there, which I guess it is fitting for this type of car. But you have the Steelies out back, which is a really good wheel choice. Nice drag style wing on there that kind of kicks off the body of it. But man, this thing is super cool. I'm curious on how this would race on the track. It is a super low profile front, but I think it'll do good. We'll check it out at some point. But another Hot Wheels Exotics new for 2023. Next up is the new recolor of the 56 Corvette. This is the baby blue version. First release is, of course, in pink for the Barbie movie. Had to grab one for myself and one for the little one. She's going to love this one. They didn't change anything about it except for the color. They did add some blue trim around the headlights. Kind of interesting. So, another screen time Corvette. And then we did also find the short card on pegs. Check that out. Now, typically, short cards, I used to like kind of baby them because I'm like, oh man, we never find those. But we do have our spots around here that do sell short cards. So I'm not really too concerned about it. Plus the Corvettes I do have loose. But like I said, one is going to be for the little one and one is for myself. So super stoked for that. And then another one out of Q-Case is this one. This is the recolor of the limited grip. This truck is super clean. Definitely do like this one a lot. I do have the black one. I never showcased it, I don't think, in any episode of my latest hauls. But you can do a lot of detail work on this. I mean, you got some fuel cell work in the back, the roll cage, you got the twin turbo mounts, the exposed motor, all that good stuff that can be just detailed for days. Gold lace wheels look really good on that satin blue. That thing is super cool. And then, of course, we got this one. This is one I wanted since the first time I saw the release. It is just goofy, man. The Porsche 911 Turbo 3.6, which is the 964 series in black metallic. It's just goofy, man. But of course, for the Porsche collection, I really, really wanted this. And I just want them to do a Mustang. That's all I want, is do a Mustang. Please do a tuned version. You guys remember the old 1968 tuned ones, which came out in this body style. A lot of people don't like them. I freaking love the 68 tunes. I think they look really good. They came out in a lot of different releases. and variations. I have all the base variations up there. So glad I finally got that one. And then the last two are out of the new Disney 100. I picked these up for a local collector who actually likes Austin Minis and Mini Coopers. But this one's kind of cool. You got the little 1967 Austin minivan in this pearlescent orange. You got Sully and Mike Wazowski, one of the classic Disney movies, Monsters Inc. Freaking hilarious. And then, of course, following up with the Morris Mini, you have Chippendale on this one in lime green. Very cool little car, but of course, I don't really collect these as much as I used to. So I picked these up for a local collector who likes the Morris Mini and Austin minivans. All right, next up, we did grab some Matchbox, of course. We have the new recolor of the 3000 GT. It's another one of my favorite cars growing up. I've loved the VR4s, the Dodge Stealth twin turbo my buddy had. But this blue metallic is super gorgeous, man. Very clean. Love the 5 spokes that Matchbox does. And of course, front and rear detail work. So another one for the collection. I think it came out in 3 different colors. I do have the black metallic, the red, and now the blue. If there's any other colors, let me know. And then, of course, we grabbed the Porsche 911 GT3 in white. Such a beauty, man. And I do love the rear roll cage that you do have in this one. This is just a sweet one. Of course, Honest DIECAST did find one, and I was excited that we finally got it in this area, because normally Arizona gets pretty stacked, but look at the detail, man. That looks so good. I mean, the black 5 spokes, you don't need to do anything to this one. I believe that those mainline wheels are very fitting for that casting. So no wheel swap needed for that. And then, of course, followed up with another Porsche. This is the 911 Carrera Cabriolet. Got the nice red with the split 10 spokes. Thing is sweet, man. Love the details that they do on this. This is a 2024. Pretty interesting. Huh. Very cool. Never even noticed that. And then the next one right here is the Lamborghini LM002, which is also known as the Rambo. Look at that, dude. God, it has been a while since we've seen it. I think it's been a couple years. I think the last one was a teal. But yeah, silver metallic with the black off-road wheels looks great. I think they did a really good job with the color choice and not going crazy on it. And that's the one thing I do like about Matchbox is they stick to the realistic releases versus Hot Wheels where they go crazy. And of course, that is just their signature style. But Matchbox really puts it in, man. But I think the other ones I have are still in this case. It should be one of these. Nope, it's not this one. It has to be in this one then. Where are you at? Here we go. So we have the white one, beautiful Lamborghini deco, and you do have the rubber wheels on there. I think this is a super fast release. I can't remember, but look at that. Super cool. We also have the black one right here, which is another awesome release. And then this blue. Oh, I thought it was more of a teal, but it's more of a baby blue. So another Lamborghini added to the collection. So the last two right here, we finally scored a new drop at Target. And of course, these were re-dropped after the first time I missed it. But here we go. Out of the Car Culture Team Transport, you have this beautiful Gulf livery set with the De Tomaso Pantera sitting on the back. Look how sick that looks, man. Gosh, the wheel fitment in the rear just is perfect. Perfect freaking wheel choice, man. The Pantera is awesome. And of course, you guys know I do love finding vintage versions. And I do have one right here, which is freaking mint. Look at that. I do have a couple base variations of this one. And this is an old Matchbox. Pretty old. I'll put the date on the screen. But this thing is, I mean, literally in mint condition. I mean, you might have some micro scratches on there or maybe a chipped fender, but I don't even see that. But this thing is awesome. And now I'm glad to have a premium version of the Pantera in the collection. And of course, the last one is the heaviest hitter in the car community and car culture in general. It is the R35. Finally, man. This thing just, when it dropped the first time and a couple of the collectors picked it up, I was like, dang, man. But it's all part of the hunt. You either get there or you don't. And we do have a really good group of collectors that we've been coordinating and working on our Facebook page to give everyone the insight on drops. I've been trying to manage that page along with the Hot Wheels United page that I created. the Instagrams, the social media, and all that stuff. So the fact that we are actually getting to the point where we're helping other collectors out, finding the ones they need, hiding ones for ones who can't make it at the moment, so when they get off work, they can go pick it up. I think it's really cool, and that it's actually helping out the local community with their collection. So we're trying to weed out the scalpers and get rid of all that stuff and kind of get rid of the toxicity that comes, of course, with collecting. But you're not always going to weed that stuff out, but you can try, and I think we're doing a really good job within the Facebook group page that we have here. So this is what we grabbed in our latest haul, guys. We got the Majorette Deluxe version of the GT3 RS. We got some Q case for 2023, and of course some Matchbox. But the two premium haulers, definitely stoked to have that. The Lamborghini 002. But most of all, the trade between Tanner and myself. Got the Meyer exclusive, and finally got the Zamac Mustang added to the collection. So super thankful for that one. And hopefully you guys are having a great hunting week out there, picking up ones that either you need for the collection, or maybe you're going down a bunch of rabbit holes picking up stuff you probably don't need, like I do sometimes. But I do want to customize and race a couple of these. The Corvettes, of course, are for the collection. Porsche collection. But yeah, awesome stuff right here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below your thoughts on anything we showcased today and the trade. I will get your package out as soon as I can. A little busy this week, so just bear with me. So if you haven't, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future content. And of course, until next time, this is the Mustang Hunter. Peace.